I want to say, keep going. Podcasts are the future. I told 60 that. People don't have time for TV anymore. I don't watch TV, bro. Who's on TV then? Nobody.
Radio?
Radio, yeah, maybe. I listen to YFM sometimes.
Okay.
But podcasts are the future, bro. The web is the future. Get it?
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen,
the web is the
it's
future.
been another.
This is one of those stories that never started. This is one of those stories that never started.
That bad shawty said she needed cool. She gon' pull up on a nigga for some sex. Don't you dare confuse it, I'm the best. I just come collect, I'm like a tax. Never hit the gym, but them a flex. Give me my space. I got some secrets, it's all in my case. 45 with me, he handle the bass. I got some Zulus, they handle the face. Oh yeah, we gon' get it on. CEO, moving like a boss. Hard to play, even when I'm crossed. Girls are so fucking floss.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The stories from the World Wide Web. Back again, once again, with another episode. And today we've got a very special guest, a very good friend of mine. Somebody that I truly respect. Somebody who's been making, a lot of moves lately and has been in the game for the longest. And I am blessed to be around, this guy at this point in time. You've got NazZ The Brand. What do you do, fam?
I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Finally, bro.
Finally, yeah.
Finally.
It's a great opportunity. And I'm just glad to be with you.
Yeah. We go a long way, dog.
Of course we do.
We go a long way. I think I don't know when we met. I think when was it? 2013, 2014?
2013.
Roundabout.
Definitely, because I think that was the year before I went to college. At Frenzy. It was definitely 2013.
Yeah, we'll get into Frenzy. I want to go through your story. This is a platform, it's a podcast where we actually bring, entrepreneurs, hustlers, movers and shakers, change makers, generational curse breakers, and people like you, people who've been making, paving the way for their dreams and just, getting up and doing something. And yeah, man, basically we're just here to break it down. I don't want to do it, formally, chronologically, saying, okay, from 20, mang, noyeta ing. I just want us to have a conversation, and just, go through your story, But what I want to know is NazZ The Brand, because when I met you, you were NazZ.
Oh, it's just NazZ.
You were NazZ.
Yeah.
What turned it into the brand?
It's a simple thing, man. There's a whole lot of NazZs out there. So I was just I felt like my brand was growing, so I had to stand out from all the other NazZs. Because if you go into Google and you Google NazZ, it's just a bunch of NazZ artists. So
like NazZ, the way your name is spelled, like NazZ.
Exactly like that, yeah.
For real?
So I just wanted to stand out from all those other, NazZ. And I'm talking about artists.
Oh, like
I'm just talking about musical artists, right?
Yeah. Are these NazZs local or international?
Both.
Oh, yeah?
So I was just trying to break out from that and just trying to be someone that's just has his own name. And this issue with names, dog,
Hey.
Sometimes it can get you killed. And so I felt like, okay, I'm growing into this space. So let me just take it to NazZ The Brand, so that people even when you Google NazZ The Brand, you find me.
You find you, it's not anything else.
So when you Google NazZ, it's just a whole bunch of
I can't
stuff,
find you.
You know what I mean? So that was the main goal.
Yeah. And what I like about that is that as artists we pretty much break into a space. You pretty much apologies for that. We pretty much break into a space. Let's say you into rap or whatever. And then when you get into the business, it becomes more than just making the music, You become a brand. You start to become this billboard, you start to become this business, And I believe if artists started looking at themselves that way as businesses, like Jigga once said, I am not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
hey, man,
Shout out to that.
I took that into context for myself as well, to say that Wandile Webb, you know, it's Web 11, it's the World Wide Web, you know, and the brand. Honestly, I got inspired by Richard Branson. I don't know if you know his story. He's actually the founder of the Virgin brand. So basically, shit, I might be giving away the recipe here. But
okay.
basically, that's how World Wide Web as you know it, as you see it, that's how it actually started. I looked at Richard Branson and I was like, shit, this guy actually started with a record company, actually. Google him, bro. I've read so many books on Richard Branson, read books. I don't quite remember the names of the books, but I think I read about 3 or 4 books from Richard Branson. And yeah, basically one of them just says that he started with like a record label, and then he went on to build like there's Virgin Atlantic, there's Virgin Airways, there's Virgin Cosmetics, there's Virgin Mobile, there's Virgin Active, there's Virgin everything. And that's I thought to myself that shit, this guy has 400 different streams of income.
Yeah.
And I was like, why
big.
not do that with World Wide Web?
Yeah.
Why not have a World Wide Web podcast? Why not have World Wide Web music? Why not have World Wide Web water?
Yeah.
Why not have World Wide Web everything? You know what I mean?
No, shut up.
That's
for
what I
that.
like about you, because you saw that like I'm turning into a brand, and you also,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, that is part of the name actually. Yeah, because you know you can't limit yourself really. As much as I'm a musician, you know, I can't limit myself to just being just a musician. Of course, I love music; it's my first love, you know. But I've got a family to take care of,
Yes, sir.
and you know, we've been going through times where you know artists struggle financially and whatnot.
Yes,
you
bro.
know. And when you don't have like a backup income, it's hard.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's some real stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
A lot of people just focus on one thing, and you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to focus on one thing, because at some point it's a good thing, because when you focus on one thing, you give it your all, right?
True.
You know, but at the same time, you should think about, you know, the future. You know,
Yes, sir.
You should think about your family and
Yes,
all
sir.
that, people that you provide for. So you know, you need that income. You know,
You need something. You need backup.
You
Yeah.
need that backup. You need, in case this fails. I'm not trying to say, you know, shit fails. You know, shit don't fail. You know, you just gotta keep. Sometimes it works out, but you know, as time goes, you know, like especially in music, because music is not. I don't know how to put it. Like you can't put your life in music, not necessarily. So
Shit, dog, that's a very controversial statement to make.
it is. I know. I'm saying
My
shit.
own brother's putting his whole life into music, so
You can.
I don't understand what you
Shout out 60.
Shout out
though.
60
You can. You definitely can. I'm putting my life into music
as
but
well. Yeah.
You should also think about, like, you've got kids, my nigga, and we have girlfriends, we have wives and whatnot. We are about to get into that stage of having wives and whatnot, especially me, you know. So if I'm gonna tell my wife, you know, I'm in music and I don't want to do anything else, you know what I mean? I don't know how she's gonna take it, but I just feel like, you know, you should own up and just be like, okay, if this doesn't work, I have a backup. Especially when you explain it to her, you're like, hey Joe, I'm about to do this thing, but in case it doesn't work out, or in future, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do music, because in music makes money quick,
Definitely.
right? And then right when you blow up, you've got a whole lot of money. And then in a few years to come, it's possible that, you know, your genre, like Amapiano, you see how Amapiano took over and stuff, you know, and all of a sudden, deep house shandies, you know what I'm saying? It's struggling.
Yeah.
Hip hop is struggling.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you should really rely on.
I don't think you've burned your ships.
Yeah. That's all.
Do you understand what I mean by that?
No, really.
Well, let me break it down for you. So there's this story. I think it's something I read in a book. basically it was just explaining how there was like a general who had an army, and basically how this general inspired his army to actually go there, like, we're gonna win this thing. When they went to this land, and they moved from their own land, and they went to this land, and when they got to this land, the general said, we're gonna burn our ships. And in that, there's no way we're going home. It's either we're gonna die or
Yeah.
we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's either we're gonna die or we're gonna win. You know what I mean? So when you go into something and you're going into a war, you're going into a dream, you're going into a pursuit, you're pushing something, burn your ships. I believe that's the mindset. Just tell yourself that it's this or there's no going back. Like
Shout out, yeah.
having like a backup plan. It's always good to have something like that, But like I also heard Denzel Washington say that he doesn't want anything he doesn't want something to fall back on. He wants to fall forward. You know what I mean? So going at something like that. But what I wanna basically, because it's all about you today, I almost said it's not about the music, but it's all about you. I want to hear where you're from. I want to hear, your background, what kind of environment you grew up in, born in Rustenburg, Serutube village, Bukananara.
True that, yeah.
And, I just want you to take us through from, like, what kind of background you grew up in, who raised you, and when did you make that contact with music? When did you first make that first time contact with music? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like you said, I'm from a small village. Serutube is like a very small village, my nigga. Right outside Kanana.
Yes, sir.
Or towards Butiti, that's all. If you know
Sure.
Rustenburg. It's a very small village. At the same, it's a good thing to grow up in a small village, but at the same time, it's a bad thing because it's a good thing because you don't get to really get exposed to a lot of negative stuff, especially from where I'm from. I'm not gonna tell you about I'm from the gang life. Nah, it ain't about that, my nigga. It's just a quiet village and yeah, everybody minding their business. It's like a suburb in a village.
Yeah.
Except we were
I
poor.
You know what I'm saying? Right, for sure.
I just said it now.
I ain't even heard of it actually.
It's like
I haven't
outside
even heard of
outside of Canaan, right before Titi. Yeah, you know it, my nigga. It's one of those places, man.
Yeah, I've actually been there once.
Oh yeah?
You have, ne? Shout out 60. So it's a good thing because of that, but it's a bad thing again because you don't really get to experience life like I didn't get to experience life like you did. You know what I'm saying? Going through a whole lot of, I'm trying to, I'm sorry, not you, my nigga.
Yeah.
But like maybe,
Speak your mind, bro.
I didn't really get to experience the rough life. Let me
Yes,
just
sir.
put it that way.
Yeah.
I didn't experience the rough life. Only thing that was rough in my life was just that, we didn't have much at home and
Yeah.
But it's a positive place. I'm not trying to even be any type of way about it, but it's a place where it's a small village, but gape there's disadvantages because it's not really recognized. So when you're not recognized, it's not a good thing because when other villages get like privileges, y'all are not recognized at the
For
same
real.
time.
For
know what
real.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But overall, like it was a good place to grow up in.
Yeah.
Everyone knows each other there.
For real.
You cannot get there and ask about someone and then people go and tell you, I don't know that nigga. We all knew each other. And just growing up from that place. I don't know, nothing was rough about that place. Like I said, everybody just minded their own business and I don't know, it was just all love, sports and everything.
Have you made music about where you grew up? Like, have you rapped about what you went through, how you grew up?
I have actually. I have a song with 60, the reminisce song.
Beautiful song. I see it's on digital platforms.
It is everywhere.
NazZ The Brand featuring 60 Seconds Reminisce. Produced by Casmo. Shout out Casmo.
Shout out Cas one time.
Yes, sir.
So the song reminisce is about, reminiscing about your past.
I just remember back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, man.
It was just me reminiscing on how I grew up. Nothing rough even on that song. It's just about
You're
the
just
struggle.
telling your story.
Yeah,
telling your truth.
The story, my story is that I didn't have the, I didn't have when I was growing up, when I knew that if I went to my parents and I told them, my mom, I need the call for to play soccer. It's gonna be hard for me to get them because we were, like I said, like we weren't like we were kind of poor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not poor, like, gang poor.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it was actually hard. It wasn't that hard, but it was hard, So when I was growing up, that's just the main thing that I experienced. Growing up, I knew that if I had to ask for something from my parents, it's gonna be hard for me to get it, but they're gonna do their best to try to pull through for.
Shout out
me,
to your parents.
Cause when I grew up, I played soccer.
Yes, sir.
Like you, my nigga.
Yeah, man. You need to, bro. You need to call me out for a game one time. What position you play in soccer?
Now or like back then? I used to play right wing.
You used to play right wing.
Back then we used to call it 7.
Get 7, sure.
Yeah,
Like 11.
11. Oh yeah.
No, you're not like left back.
Left back.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's still on the left hand side.
Yeah.
So I was playing on the right wing. Either that or number 10. Sorry, number 8.
Okay.
Or number 10.
In the middle.
Yeah. So, but I enjoyed 7 because I was quick.
Yeah.
Like you said, you need speed, right?
Yeah.
And back then we used to play soccer. Like when I have the song on the touchline, you know what I'm saying? I have to run with it.
Sure.
That nigga gotta have pace, and people are waiting on the box. They're relying on your ass. If you lose the ball, everyone is in the box.
Everyone have to go back.
Everyone is in the box. So, it's a counter, same time, one time. So so it was kind of like a big, role.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed playing it back then. That's why I'm still playing soccer.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like a professional, football or whatever. I'm just playing it for fun.
Yeah.
So I grew up. I'm a soccer kid.
Okay. The mic.
Sorry, man. I'm a soccer kid. I played a bit of cricket,
For real?
as well. Yeah.
I still don't understand cricket till this day.
You don't?
I do not.
You're not the first guy to tell me that.
You need to school me, dog. You need to. School
I don't know how niggas don't understand cricket.
The other time, the exclusive. Like he was the first nigga that I saw at a cricket match. I'm like,
Shout
this
out
nigga.
D, yeah.
And I mean, you can't go to a cricket match without understanding how cricket works. So, and I'm a sports head, dog. I graduated in sport management. Go to
I
UT,
know that, yeah.
Yeah, and sport. That was my chance actually to
actually
do cricket, basketball, even the basketball, bro. I don't understand like that, dog. They call me ignorant, but soccer was my thing, But yeah. You played cricket.
I played cricket and I played a bit of baseball, but I don't understand baseball. I just played it because everyone played it.
Yeah.
Back then,
I just like the whole point of.
Yeah, just hitting that shit.
Because we used to do it in school.
Hit that bitch.
PT. Yeah. When everybody played baseball.
Cleats the other day, though.
No, he's. Yeah.
I have them in my car even now.
I haven't even seen him play.
I was like, what are these?
Who said that?
Hello. Like, why does that? The fuck? Nah, Laliti.
Come on, dog. We not about to swim with this shit, like,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Now we should look up a game. Actually,
We should, my nigga. Yeah.
yeah, but you guys have been doing some things. Mare, can I like kebone later was it Rusty piano hip? What?
Wait, with the soccer thing that you're talking about,
Yeah.
it hasn't happened yet. It actually was started by a friend of mine called Igwe. He's an MC. Shout out Malume Igwe, man.
Shout out Malume Igwe,
he's
bro.
doing
You gotta
big
come.
things
You gotta
out
come on
there.
the WorldWideWebbPodcast.
I'm
by the
sure
way.
he'd be keen to pull up.
Yes, sir.
You know, so he just had this idea of having, the entertainment gents in Rustenburg to actually compete in
So
soccer
in
matches.
Rustyville.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Just in Rustenburg, like bunch of DJs, MCs, artists, and
Everyone was in the space, basically.
yeah. So he actually like made 3 types of teams, right? He made 3 teams, and then he just named them. I forgot the names. There's one Yamagrot Mani.
Oh, I remember
those
that.
are the
Yeah,
legends
yeah.
in the game, right? And then there's ones my Ben 10. I'm not sure. Serious. So,
Magrot man, I'm sure
that's
national
Igwe.
bo Nyati, bo Mama.
Yeah, that's Igwe. So
Yeah.
that was he told me last time I asked him. He told me it was gonna happen in October because he was still setting up and he was still getting shit,
Sorted out, like
prepared
organizing
and
it.
yeah, so I don't know where he's at with it now. Last time I
Opa
asked
scheme
him,
ever fit.
of course, man. Pull
Opa
up, man.
scheme,
Pull
yeah.
up.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Igwe though.
Yeah,
shout out to him,
that's
you
that's
know?
major.
And he was there, Frenzy also.
For real? Incorporating sports that we
Why
should-
was everyone at Frenzy after I left?
Hey, bro.
For real?
Even Bishop,
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
You got me to college.
Yeah, man.
No, not my college. Fuck your college. Know what I mean? So yeah. So going back to how I tapped into music. You know what? It's always been my first love. I don't know how because nobody at home was really into music. The only person at home who was into music was my big brother, but he wasn't into music like I'm trying to make music. He just loved music. He still loves music. He loves everything I drop, even today. Shout out to my bros.
Shout out to
Slago.
NazZ's big bro.
Slago one time,
Shout out Slago.
I really loved how he supports me, and he's the one person that I know. Even my other brother called Pat. He's younger.
How many
than
brothers you
Slago.
got, dog?
I've got.
Shout out to
I've
all
got-
your brothers,
I've got
bro.
3 brothers.
Oh, yeah?
And all of them, they actually support me like fully, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Shout out to
fully,
you fellas, man.
Fully, bro. Shout out
Shout
to
out.
them. And Pat loves hip hop. I come before him, right? He loves hip hop. He just plays. Yeah. So at Frenzy, I made songs like "Fortunate." I remember. That was after the click though. Remember we had a click.
Oh,
called-
you guys had
we had a click called Supreme
what was
Click.
the Supreme Click? What's his name? Nitro.
Where's Nitro, man?
Nitro.
T.
Where's T, dog?
Uh,
Shout out T. Shout out the boys.
I spoke about
I love
T
those
earlier.
boys because they respected us at the
It
time.
was
We
me-
respected them.
It was me, Nitro's T.
Yeah.
Was
G-Plat part of that?
G-Plat was part of it later.
So that was Supreme
on-
Click
yeah.
within Frenzy.
Yeah. And then we had songs like Sold Out. Sold Out was our biggest song.
Those are the
Our
first
biggest
songs
song.
we put like on our iTunes music, and
Click.
those are the
remember,
first
yeah.
songs that we put there.
Yeah, I
You know what
remember
mean?
it messed Granville up, that song, Sold Out.
Oh,
Shout out
was
to
it when we
Supreme
went for
Click,
the performance? When we were performing at Granville, I remember. Oh,
yeah,
shit, that was
and
dope.
it also killed a few pageants.
Yeah,
Because at that time we were still young and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on from from Frenzy, sorry.
How long were you at Frenzy?
I was
2
there
years.
for 2 years, was it?
I think.
No, I think it was a year though, cause 2013.
Can we track back a bit? You can't speak of Frenzy and not pay homage to Frenzy, if you guys know what
Frenzy.
I mean.
No,
Who
of
was
course.
Frenzy? Tell me, Skinsy? You didn't mention
I
Skinsy
think
once. You didn't mention,
I would
and those
go-
are the niggas.
no.
Those are the geniuses behind
I
Frenzy.
would
We
go
need
on
to mention
say,
that.
I would go on to say the three of them were geniuses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they made a good team.
Starting with Aro, with Skinsy.
Shout out Errol Skinsy.
He
That's
was
my
a
big bro.
sick beat
Shout out
maker.
Errol Skinsy, dog, for days.
And then Agreement, you know.
Yeah. Shout out Agreement.
He had
That's my
sick
bro.
beats that I vibed with personally, and then Obi, of course,
Yeah.
my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
He was.
It was a complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a great team, my
Yes,
nigga.
sir.
And they did what they gave us hope.
Of course.
They
my
actually showed us. They gave almost a lot of people in Rusty that's popping,
Yeah.
or people that we consider like very good artists to come out of Rustenburg. They gave them that first exposure to say
Yeah.
that, guys, this is a platform that you guys can come
there's
and
structure.
I appreciate that because it gave birth to 60, NazZ,
Yeah.
Louis the lyricist,
Louis,
Mike,
Mike
Prophecy, shout out Pope, a
there
lot of
were
niggas,
Bishop-
bro. Bishop
Bishop as well
Umkulu,
was there,
everybody was there pretty much at the same time, and not to, I would love to mention everybody that did
You gotta
step
mention
into
yourself.
Frenzy.
And you, dog.
Yeah, shout out Webb
yourself.
11. Rustyville, you were mentioning Rustyville.
Yeah, moving on to Rustyville. Rustyville was a company started by Louis.
Shout out Louis.
Louis the lyricist. Shout out to him. Pastor Louis now. He's a pastor now.
You should come on the podcast.
He's like Mr. Selvin, dog.
You should come on the podcast, bro. I'm officially inviting you to the podcast.
Shout out Louis. Yeah.
Come through.
So he started it on his own. I'm not gonna, he started it on his own, and then I remember he had a gig in Pretoria. One time I was in college in Pretoria, and then I said to him, "No, nigga, you can come crash at my my crib." By the time I was staying in Pretoria, right? So he pulled up on me, and then he said, "Tag along, my nigga. Let's go to this gig, whatever." But that gig was a train smash, my nigga. It was trash, dog. It was one of those, I don't know, event
Learning
managers
curves,
didn't-
I would like
yeah.
to call them.
Of course, you put it right, So we went to that gig, and then whatever happened. And then we came back and we sat down and we were like, you know what? He told me I'm starting this thing called Rustyville Records. I've started this thing called Rustyville Records, and you know what? Like, I would love to have you as part of, as a partner, right? But not as a partner it was just that thing of, it's me, you. I've started this thing. Let's work together.
Yeah.
I wasn't an official co-owner of Rustyville.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Understood.
But we were like working together one time. So, and then we started a vibe, and then we started adding niggas as well. But it didn't work out at the end of the day.
What music did you make? Did you
We
give
made
us
hip hop.
any?
I remember I Pray.
But-
Do you know I Pray 60?
I pray.
I pray.
I'm
Oh,
NazZ.
shit. Yeah, I don't know that song. That was our biggest song at Rustyville. What else? Yeah, that's one song I remember. I remember we had Young as well. Shout out to Young. Young G.
Yeah.
I say Tepo. That's T Swagger though. Or am I
Nah, that's not.
Isn't he? What's his name on Facebook? Tepo
Tebo.
Mabuk. I said.
Yeah, that's him.
But that's T. That's
He
T
calls himself I don't
no,
know.
he
I
used to
haven't-
call himself T Swagger.
Oh,
at
yeah.
every era.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
young.
that's why I was
now.
saying
I know him as young,
Me too.
he's young,
right?
Yeah.
No, he's not young anymore.
No. I mean like Ilikamala
Yeah.
No, that's not his real name. I don't know niggas' real names, dog.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro, I
for
ain't
sure.
know niggas, dog.
Yeah,
I
so
ain't know niggas.
we had a crew with them.
Oh, so he was part of Rustyville as well.
He was
real?
with remember Sammy
Yeah.
Sammy from Supreme Click. He did
Sammy
the
Easy, yeah.
sold out chorus
Easy.
hook,
I
right?
think I remember that.
Mujalif. I think his name is Mujalif.
I
right?
think Sam Easy. Sam Easy. I
The
remember
the Buffy boy.
From
Man.
Phil.
that. He went to Fields. What's his real name? Full name?
Samuel.
Samuel Mount.
Samuel something. I don't know his
Nah.
name.
But I remember the
But
name
you should
Sam
know
Easy.
him. He did that song. Get money every day. Yeah, we sold out.
Yeah.
Every stage.
Come
yeah,
on,
we sold
Sam
out.
Easy.
Sam Easy.
Yeah,
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 dog.
yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
You know, and we were just like trying to get something together, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. And then we ended up with it just ended up with me and Louis at the end. And then we started like trying to push and push and push. We pushed though. You know, we pushed. I'm not undermining, you know, the hustle. We really pushed, and it's part of the reason why I am where I am today, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Louis one time, dog. And it just got unfortunate because he had a calling. Sorry. He had a calling. He had to become an apostle, of which he is right now. But you know, he's still making music, but gospel music. You know, and so from there on, I just thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna start my own shit, blow up gang. I had a few niggas in Pretoria when I was still studying Kopitori there. Shout out OBK, shout out Flaco, shout out my nigga. I forgot shout out Cats. Oh my God, should I not forget someone? Shout out Neo one time, shout out Walker. So we started this thing. It was a movement,
You
know.
that side.
Huh?
I was about to ask,
Yeah,
how much it does Pitor?
Nah, none of us is from there.
Oh,
we
you
met
in
there.
Pretoria, okay.
We met there, you know, so because of school. One is from Northam, one is from my nigga. Let me not get into that. So
Yeah.
we started this movement. I love to call it a movement, and then we had a great thing going on, and we started teaming up with Breeze, Epic Breeze. He was friends with Size One. You remember Epic
Breeze.
Nerds? Right, yeah.
I've
And
seen that name.
He was
Epic Breeze SA. I've seen something
he was
like
a
that on.
producer at the time. We started pushing, and unfortunately we had to go our separate ways. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I didn't work out. It's not a thing. It did not work out. It was just that responsibilities and all those type of things. You know what I'm saying? I had to come back home from Pretoria, try to hustle life from this side. They had to go out to their own homes and try to start from scratch. You know, after college, you come back home, and then you have to now start looking for a job and all those type of vibes. You know, I remember our plan was to like, okay, let's get our parents to rent a flat for us, right, for 3 months, and then let's try to push. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Our parents did not agree. You know, they just felt like, come back home, nigga. What you doing in PTA, nigga? What you trying to do? What you trying to do in PTA, motherfucker? You know, nah, cause we were that hungry, man, nigga. We were that sure because we already had you know plans, right? We already knew where we're gonna go. We're gonna go knock, and we knew niggas where we gonna knock at, and we knew that niggas are gonna, you know, pull through for us. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. You know, we had to come back. Hey, dog, we get depressed, we jobless, and whatever. So we start looking for jobs. You know, so you know everything is just so. And then did I skip the Casmo part?
I think
So after Frenzy, sorry.
you met Casmo.
Right after Frenzy, right after I left Frenzy, I went to make a song with Casmo. Just one
Really?
song. Yeah.
Did you put it out?
It was a diss track, yeah. Fuck your dreams. Remember that shit? So the plan.
Okay, yeah.
So the plan was just to make a song with Cass one time and then I'm out. Peace, nigga. I just wanted to tell these niggas fuckers. You know what I mean?
Beefing with that.
You was? Cause you were still there, right? You were still there, nigga. What now, nigga?
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel the need to put this into context. So basically what happened is that we were all at Frenzy Dreams. NazZ, 60, me, and everybody that we've mentioned was part of the Frenzy movement. And basically, when this nigga left, he went on to make a diss track saying, screw
Fuck
all of y'all
everything
niggas,
and-
fuck your dreams. Because we were Frenzy Dreams at the time, and I didn't take it anyhow. You were still my nigga after that.
You know, it wasn't about, you know, the art, y'all. You know,
Yeah.
it was about the management mainly, because I was just mad at the fact that, you know, I had worked hard for those songs, but
Yes, true.
you know, at the end of the day, you don't get your songs and whatever. You know, I was just mad because I felt like the project that I had put together was gonna, you know, do something in my music career. You know what I'm saying? So, I just felt like crap. And that's when I felt like, you know what? After this, I'm quitting music. Fuck this shit. I'm just gonna tell them fuck them and then fuck music. You know.
Shit.
But then, you know, it's like a calling. Music is like a calling, dog. If you love music, if you do music, you're always gonna come back, my nigga. It's like drugs, big. You know, if you don't go to rehab, dog.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
And when did you connect with Kaz? Yeah, I wanted to know. When did you connect with
I
Kaz?
would like to call it reconnecting with Kaz.
Oh,
'cause
reconnecting.
I had connected with him before, and then but with just that one song, and then I moved on to Pretoria when I started working with niggas from Pretoria from House 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work with niggas. There's a studio in House 22, you know that? I work with niggas there. That nigga actually had Fuck Your Dreams.
Oh,
and he
shit.
was like, nigga, pull through, dog. Let's work. And we started working, and then that's when I dropped my first mixtape called Road to Coaster. I have those niggas. I have D on it. He used to call himself Lyrical D, right? I have D on it. He's a vendor dude. They have a crew, a duo called Square Pass. Square Pass.
Shout out Square Pass.
Shout out Square Pass one time. You know, they actually were my rehab from quitting music.
Oh shit.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You know, he got me back in the game. You know, and when I was on my downfall, he said, "Nigga, pull through to my house," because they had a studio at House 22. He also had a studio at his house, but he called me to his house. We made a song, right? A song or two, and then later on he called me to the studio. Pull through, my nigga. I remember I called 60 to my house. We did. That's when we did Reminisce, yeah. So that's the story, my nigga. You put it the story. You know what I'm
We
saying?
gonna put the link here reminisce in the bio.
Please do
I've
that.
still got the
Please
link,
do
yeah.
that. Yeah, it's everywhere on platforms, yeah. I remember, and then I was working. By the time I called 60, I was working on
On
Poke.
the Casmo beat.
On?
Priorities of a King.
On Poke.
Yeah, it was an EP that I was planning to drop,
And
but
who was the producer on that?
but it-
Because there was a time you worked with Mike Prophecy, Pope. Have you worked with him? Did you work with him?
I had him on the project.
Oh.
No, yeah. So listen, it was a project that was bound to drop, but it did not drop. Right? But you know, I just dropped that single. That was the lead single for the project, Priorities of a King. That's when I had a conflict with Kesmo, right? And then it did not drop. Mike was on the project as well. I had the songs, but my PC crashed and whatever. So, and then I had a conflict with Cass, and whatever happened, dog. You know. But we talked that shit out. You know, we talked about it. We sat down, we spoke, and that's when we started working on It Is Well With My trapSOUL. The EP I dropped in July.
A beautiful project there,
Yeah,
bro.
it features
Beautiful music, actually.
it features Bula. Shout out Bula.
Shout out Bula Bull.
Shout out
Come through to the podcast, hot man.
yeah, shout out shout out Banks the rapper, man.
Yes, sir.
He killed that shit. Shout out Banks. Shout out Kevin K. Kevin K is actually friends with Tsepo the Baba. You know Tsepo
Oh, yeah?
the Baba?
Yeah.
And them, Casper's gang, whatever, yeah. Shout out Huge the Oracle, man. He gave me a great feature there. Shout out to him. 2 features actually. Who else was on there?
Shout out Huge the Oracle.
Yeah, shout out Huge. Huge was on there. And you know,
That's my
I
homie.
respect Huge because we were just blobbing in studio, playing my songs with Kaz, and he just walked up like, hey, dog, what you got? Can I give you something? And, you know, I played him my jams. Yeah, so that's how I got like the feature Huge, you know. And
So you
I
did a lot of shit with Huge and Kaz together, or was it just those 2 songs?
just those 2 songs, but I've been with him in studio a lot of times.
Really?
Just that the rest of the times now it's us party together, you know.
Nearly
But,
cheats.
yeah, but you know, I really like his perspective, his way of thinking, and you know, he's a very smart gent on top. Yeah, so shout out to him.
Shout out Huge the Oracle.
So and then moving on from the It Is Well with my trapSOUL. Where are we moving to again?
You did a lot with, because we were still on the Blow Up Gang, so you did a couple of projects with Kaz in terms of musically, but then you also ventured in trying to bring people together. You actually extended an invite to me to actually come and perform. I don't know if it was the first event that you were hosting, but I was on the the lineup. I couldn't make it work. But anyway,
Of course, yeah.
shout out for that. Shout out for that. You had Notshi. Tell us about bringing the Gasified, not a cheese boy. I think that's what it was called.
That was the launch of Classified Not a Cheese Boy. It was in 2018.
Oh, it was the launch of a mixtape.
Yeah, it was an EP.
Oh,
I did not speak about it, my bad. I dropped this EP in 2018 called Classified Not a Cheese Boy with the Blow Up Gang. I did the EP with the Blow Up Gang. That was the Time Star Blow Up Gang actually.
Oh.
Because I had just moved from Pretoria and we were just still trying to, find a way of working together while we're still apart on top.
yeah.
So a good friend of mine called Walker from the Blow Up Gang, she had a connection with Notshi.
Notshi, ne?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause apparently she met her.
Shout out Notshi, though.
Sorry, she met him go Hatfield.
Okay.
I think Notshi was visiting someone go Hatfield, or he was staying there. I'm not sure. Not sure. But she had a friend called Kat. Kat is a member of Blow Up Gang as well, right? So Walker had a friend called Kat. Kat used to stay go Hatfield. Walker was with Kat. And
When they
then-
met Notshi.
And then they met Notshi there, where Kat stays.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
okay.
and then they played my song. Do you know Drug Dealer? My song called
Yeah,
Drug Dealer.
yeah, of course.
It's on Classified, not a Cheese
Yeah,
Boy, by the
of
way.
course.
Yeah. It's also on, because I love that song, it's on digital platforms.
Shout out.
So, and then they played him my song, Drug Dealer. He fell in love with the song, and then it was just that thing, oh shit, my nigga. It was just like that thing, oh, let's link up. I'm gonna link you up with this nigga, with this gent, whatever. And then I told her like, Ejo, I actually have a gig coming up, and I would love to have Notshi pull through. And then she was like, no, of course, why not, dog? This nigga's my nigga, and like a nigga genuinely so, not like a nigga because of clout or
Yeah,
anything,
like it's my nigga like that.
genuinely, like we are,
Yeah.
So Walker spoke with Notshi. Notshi was like, of course, why not? And then he actually pulled through to my crib.
Shit.
He pulled through to the gig on the day of the event. He pulled through. I showed him to his room because it was a lodge, right?
Okay.
I showed him to his room, and then
Malechane Resort, ne?
Malechane Resort. Yeah. Shout out to Ntate Nzimani. He owns the place.
Thank you, that it's man.
And he was very, he was very
Chilled
good,
about the whole
good too.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
chill. Yeah, you know. And then we did that. You were supposed to be there. I remember.
Yeah, you had me on the lineup. Back team, Louis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had Casmo.
Mike Prophecy.
Mike
Casmo was
Prophecy.
there. Louis was there. Casmo
Was Casmo there?
He came too.
Shout out
Yeah.
Casmo.
Yeah, and then we did the event. It went well. And then the day after, we went to my crib with Notshi, bro. Like, we chilled, like, the whole day. Chilling, talking.
Jamie said that was like dope for you.
I
no?
learned a lot from that nigga. Especially, I was with my brother, Slago. I spoke about him earlier. Oh, dog, because he loves Notshi so much, you know. It was just a great feeling to have him and Notshi around, and we like talking, you know, we all of us are talking about our experiences, you know, on some life level shit, not just on some music, you know, vibe one time. We spoke. Notshi is very smart, guys, you know. Yeah, we spoke and whatever. We had plans, but you know, plans, dog, sometimes plans don't go as planned one time. We were supposed to have another gig, but then I think we got screwed over by the owner of the place where we had to gig at, but and so we cancelled it. And then time went on, and I think Notshi got signed to Labs Attainment. I'm not sure, but I think he's at Labs Attainment now. And you know, that's a good thing for him, you know, to be taken care of.
Yeah.
He deserves that as a young OG, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I like to call him a young OG because
sir.
he still has it in him. You know, we can't just say he's an OG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he still has it in
Yeah.
him. He still has a future, you know what I'm saying? He's still going far, that nigga. Shout out to him.
Shout out Notshi.
You know, and so, you know, time went on, and then I started an event in 2021 December, right? I think it was called Hip Hop Visits Amapiano.
For real?
Back at my village there, Kosorutuwe.
And what was that all about? Like,
yeah, it was just the vibe, you know, hip hop.
I like that, bro.
You know,
And
we're trying to make hip hop relevant again.
Yeah.
Using Amapiano.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Amapiano is relevant right now. You know, was relevant at that time. You know, so we were trying to bring hip hop back through Amapiano.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that went very well. I didn't expect the turnout. It was very crazy. That was a dope. I was actually launching my single. I forgot which single it was. Was it Banked Up? I think it was Banked Up. No, if it wasn't Banked Up, it was no, it definitely was Banked Up, right? I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then we did that, and then in March we did the whole EP launch at the same spot.
Okay, so like that was 2021.
Yeah, and now we're on to 2022 March.
Wait, but was that like, maybe this will kind of jog your memory in terms of like the single that you're trying to Massive Metro? What did you go and do there?
Oh yeah, Massive Metro was after I had dropped
Maybe that's
Banked Up, the single.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah,
I
got you to
dropped
think about
Banked
it.
Up.
So it is Banked Up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It should be Banked Up. That's why I'm like,
So
nah,
what
it
was
has
the
to
whole
be
experience
Banked
about
Up.
Go Massive Metro there?
Massive
And shout out
Metro.
for Rep and
Shout
Rustenburg,
out,
man.
shout out to Hip Hop on the Grind. The show was called Hip Hop on the Grind. Shout out to Fenze. He was the host of the show. You know, the show was all about, you know, hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had to spit bars there. We had 3 rounds. I had 3 rounds of bars there. I enjoyed it. It was crazy. It was dope.
Yeah.
I remember first time I went, there was load shedding. And then I had to come back to Rustenburg the next week. I
So
had to
wait,
go
you
back.
traveled to Joburg, you got to the station, and there was load shedding, and there was nothing they could do.
The
And you were there.
security, like I got
Damn,
there,
bro.
the security guy was like, I thought,
What was the mindset going back home? Did you feel gutted? Were you like, It's one of those things. How were you feeling at that point in time?
You know what? It's load shedding. You know, I
Yeah.
can't blame them niggas. You know.
Sure.
So I felt like I was just let down
Yeah. Yeah.
by
You came back the next week,
I came back the next
and
week.
how was it? You killed it.
The homie was very surprised. Hey, dog, you came back? For real, nigga?
Shout
I'm like,
out.
yeah, I'm trying to do this, dog.
Yeah,
What you mean,
yeah,
dog? And he's
yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, I've got niggas from Bram, from Kempton Park. They ain't pulling up, dog.
Shit.
And you all the way from Rusty, dog. I'm like, of course, nigga. I'm trying to do this, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
And he welcomed me, and we did that session. It was crazy. It was dope. I enjoyed it, and then yeah, we came back, and then I started working. I started now, after the project, after the EP, it is well with my trapSOUL. I started now trying to verge into other sounds, you know.
Oh,
trying
interesting.
and then I started Amapiano.
Really?
We did one song,
Really?
but
dog?
it was from a hip hop version song that I did, called No More.
Did you drop this?
No, it ain't dropped.
Okay.
I dropped the hip hop version, not the piano version. The piano version.
I think you're getting blessings, my G. Some just dropped. It looks like some. It's nothing
Blessings,
creepy.
my nigga. Yeah.
Nothing creepy.
You know what I
but
mean?
Yeah, man.
You know, so the Amapiano version is gonna be on the EP, on the upcoming EP, right? So that song, I just submitted it to Metro, and
Metro FM.
Yeah, Metro FM.
Oh, it's the one that played on Metro FM. Bro, that is a fire song.
Yeah. The
Oh
piano
shit!
song.
I've
yeah.
heard. Oh,
You've heard it?
that's
No,
that's
no.
what you're talking about.
There's actually a hip
Oh,
hop version
damn,
of
bro.
it. and
Really?
then
But that one is
There's an
fire.
Amapiano version of it. Of course.
That one is
It's fire, but
and
the
what
hip-
was the response? Oh, so it played on Metro FM. How
Yeah.
did you get it to play on Metro?
I just submitted it.
Oh
That's it.
yeah, and then but
And
Joey feel
I
this
just got called. Hey, nigga. Hey.
this thing is on.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I'm like, what? You're for real? I'm sleeping. And I'm like, what? You're for real, nigga? I'm going to work. You trying to disturb my ass. Oh, nigga. Oh, shit. I'm up. You know? Until I did. And, it played. And I was like, okay, fuck.
Bro, that's a very beautiful. I've heard that song. I think I only heard it the second time because it played 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
It actually
So I
played
heard
2
it
weeks
the
in a
second
row.
time. I was like, wow, wow. So, that's on the upcoming project. So you're working on something.
Yeah, I'm working on
Album?
a project called, it's an EP
EP.
called Co-Star,
Yeah.
Capabilities of a Superstar, right? Already I have a feature, Touchline. I have Touchline
Shout
on
out
the project.
Touchline, the truth.
Shout out Touchline, man.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
what a cool guy, bro. His management, they were, oh my God.
It's super.
Because you know how I got the feature was very easy, bro. They weren't even trying to be like, nah, nigga, we don't know you. Dog, you know?
Yeah.
They welcomed me. They were like, okay, what you got? Let's hear what you got. And I gave them the link to my EP that I was talking about.
Yes,
It
sir.
as well with my trap.
Shut
So,
up, so yeah.
and then like 2 minutes in, he's like, we in, my nigga. Let's work.
Let's do something.
You know, and then I sent something, he sent
out,
something back. So I've got Touchline. I'm trying to get Musicaholic as well on the project. And then I'm gonna get Banks as well on the project, and I'm gonna get The Exclusive on the project. I've got Sia on the project, Sia Musica.
Musica.
Yeah, shout out to him.
What a
of
talent,
course.
bro.
Of course,
Yeah.
bro. Yo.
She come on the podcast.
Yeah, so and obviously it's all produced by Casmo, man. Casmo Masiano.
Shout out
to
Casmo
him.
Marciano on time.
He was doing he was in the 10K challenge, yeah.
Back
play.
to the city.
Back to the city, yeah. Unfortunately he didn't make it, but he made it to the finals. So that means something. He's a very good producer. Shout out to him. And I think we had it somewhere. I think we're blowing up soon. I'm sorry to say this to the haters, but
2023. It's done.
2023, my nigga.
It's done.
You were asking me about the dude who shot my my music video.
Yes.
You know what he said to me? He's like, in 2 years to come, my nigga, you be gone.
For real, bro. And yeah, man.
And I feel it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you feel something, you shouldn't just take it for granted. It means something.
Yeah.
Dog. You can't just feel shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really feel like I'm headed
Yeah.
in the right direction. In a year or two, you know, I'll be up there, my nigga.
Who would you like to work with internationally?
Internationally, I was asked.
Dream feature.
I was asked this question. Go TUTFM. Sorry, I was at TUTFM a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing an interview there,
Mm-hmm.
and this chick asked me a question, but she was asking more Africa, and I said Burner Boy.
Shout out Brandon Boy. Yeah.
I love Burner,
Mhm.
you know, but I said to her, I was like, Burner, yeah, he's the shit, but with Omalay, bro, like I would love to work with Omalay.
Y'all would make like
You know what
a
I
very
mean?
beautiful
You
melodic
know what
song.
I mean?
Yeah.
Omalay, and just like in the States, I think Lil Wayne, bro.
Damn, bro.
If not Wayne, Drake.
Mm.
Yeah. If not Wayne, Drake, of course.
Let's bring it into existence.
But you know, I know, you know, Lil Wayne is not doing music like before.
Yeah.
As much as before, you know. But he's my idol, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
yeah.
grew up listening to Lil Wayne. That is why I choose him over Drake, who's
Yeah.
relevant today, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's Wayne over Drake all the time, man. You know, but if not Wayne, Drake, then,
Yeah, man.
you know, yeah.
And just to close the interview off, I want to say thank you for still pushing the dream. Thank you for the fact that we're still doing it. After all these years, please don't stop. You're almost there, bro. And for me, you're there. I mean, just the song that played on Metro, bro, that one is a banger. So I can imagine what you've done with Touchline. I can imagine what you would do with Musicaholic. Oh my gosh.
You know what I
with
mean?
Casmo, cooking the works, and the exclusive. Oh my word, I can already just imagine. Don't stop, my G. I appreciate the fact that you still rep Rustenburg, you still rep where you're from. And I'm watching your journey, and with a lot of people, I literally watched people blow up right in front of me, bro, you know, and you are one of those people. And thank you for the friendship that we've shared over the years as well.
Thank you, bro.
I mean, you are the first thing that say, bro, nigga, I fucks with you so much.
You
I'm going to put
know
you
what I
on
mean?
my event, dog.
Yeah.
Webb 11, you put it there. So shout out to that. Just in closing, bro, this is a podcast that is meant to be an inspirational, educational platform.
Shout out to you. For that.
What would you say to people who are going through what you're going through? They only starting this rap shit now, and they don't know. Like, hey man, a lot of people that I come across, they tell me, you do not want to be in this game. You don't want this shit, you know what I mean? But what would you tell someone who has that vision for themselves, or, you know, even on a broader scale, not just in music, but anyone who's trying to do something and, it's just not happening now? What would you tell to the dreamers and the hustlers out there?
Okay. No, before that, I want to send a shout out to my boy SK Ntizer, man.
Oh, shout out
I
SK
have him on the
Ntizer,
project as well. We have a beautiful song.
Shout out SK Ntizer,
Oh
dog.
my God, we have a
Can't
beautiful.
believe we haven't mentioned SK.
Shout out to SK, bro. SK Ntizer,
Shout
my
out the
nigga.
homie SK Ntizer, official
Yeah.
invite to the WorldWideWebb
Pull up,
podcast,
my nigga.
homie.
Pull
Let's
up,
do this
pull
shit.
up, pull up. We have a song. We have a beautiful song called "No Drama." It's definitely gonna be on the project. I think it's gonna be the lead singer, but we'll talk about that some other time.
I'm
on
excited.
top. You know. So,
Okay.
what I would like to say, you know, to the upcomings up there, you know, I said this go TUTFM,
Yeah.
and you just said it to me now.
Yeah.
It's simple, my nigga. Keep going.
Yeah.
You know, people hit me up. People hit us up. People
Yeah.
hit you up.
Yes, sir.
People hit you up on some, hey, dog, I want to be your podcaster or whatever.
Yeah.
People hit me up on some, I want to be a rapper, what. Don't hit me up. Just keep going. I'm not saying this in a bad way. Just keep going.
We will find you.
Yeah.
We will know of you. We will hear you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, just do not stop, my nigga. Keep going. And then let the work speak for itself.
Thank you.
Don't let me try to find you, search for you. Hey, dog, who's this nigga?
Yeah.
And then go through, whatever. No. Just keep going until I'm like, who's that nigga?
Yeah.
That's my aim. And, I wrote a status go WhatsApp a few days ago. I said, I know a lot of niggas that I would ask handouts from, but I would rather do it myself. I'd rather make it myself. You know what I mean? Because when you make it yourself, it's all about you, bro. It's not about another nigga. When you make it yourself,
yeah,
it's not about the other nigga out there preaching, hey, I made Webb11.
Thank you.
You know that nigga, I made him.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shout out.
Yeah, that is why I started my own shit, you know what I mean?
And where can we find your music, bro? Social media platforms, shout us out. We'll put everything in the description for the people just to simply click on.
Thanks,
where can we find anything else that you might want us to just peep?
It's NazZ The Brand everywhere, bro. YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, just NazZ The Brand. NazZ The Brand. THE Brand. I'm not mfananyana olo waho kwala deka DA. No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
The vocab is important, bro.
Yeah.
Literature is important.
Yeah.
It's THE there, NazZ The Brand, bro.
Yeah.
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
On all social platforms, social media. If you're looking for me, just search that. And one last thing, I'd like to thank you, my nigga.
Yes, sir. Shout out, bro.
And I want to say, keep going. Podcasts are the future. I told 60 that. People don't have time for TV anymore. I don't watch TV, bro. Who's on TV though? Nobody.
Radio,
yeah, maybe. I listen to YFM sometimes.
Okay.
But podcasts are the future, bro. The web is the future. Get it?
Thank you. Ladies
Get
and
it?
gentlemen,
The web is the
it's
future.
been another episode of Stories from the World Wide Web. Shout out to the homie NazZ The Brand. Hit him up on all the social media platforms. We still gunning for that 5,000 subscribers. While you're watching this, if you got to reach to this point, just go down there somewhere on your screen and say subscribe. Switch on the notification bell. Hit us up. Show some love. There's so much more that's coming. Guys, I can't stress that there's so much. You need to be following this narrative. There's so much that is going to just blow your mind. And this is where we're beginning. This is the founder circle. And shout out to everybody that's on set as well who helped to make this episode happen. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Stories from the World Wide Web.
Don't hit me up, stream my music.